Chapter 9, Lesson 4 would be word problems. So again, we're solving the word problems that entails the use of what we've just learned in the last 3 lessons. Okay, so when solving word problems, we want to incorporate what we have learned in terms of the bar models before. So here we are allowed to use calculators, but again, we can only use the calculators when it has the picture of the calculator right next to the problem. So otherwise, the kids have to know how to compute mentally and computationally still. Okay, so our problems will come from page 42 of 42. Okay, So here it says, a sports shop has 6 bowling balls, light bowling balls, and 6 heavy bowling balls. So there's 6 light bowling balls and 6 heavy bowling balls. Okay, so then it says the mass of the heavy bowling ball is twice the mass of the light bowling ball. Okay, so which means I'm gonna light bowling ball and heavy bowling ball. Okay, so the heavy is twice as much as the light bowling ball. Okay, so this is the start of comparing. So, because it says twice. However, our drawing has to be further than this because there's 6 light and there's 6 heavy bowling balls. Okay, so then it says the total mass of the 12 bowling balls is 65.7 kilograms. Okay, so I'll draw again 6 light bowling balls and 6 heavy bowling balls. Okay, so there's 6 of these. Which means there should be 12 of these. Okay, in total, they say this is 65.7 kilograms. Okay, so the question is, what is the mass of the light bowling ball to the nearest kilogram? Okay, so when I explain the problems, I'm going to assume that the kids are allowed to use calculators, so I won't show the computations anymore. So clearly here, what has to happen is this total is of these 6 plus 12. So that means this is 65.7 kilograms divided by 18 equals question mark. So 1 unit is equal to the total divided by the 18 boxes. Okay, so which means if we divide that with our calcu, we should get 3.65. So since it wants us to round off to the nearest kilogram, that means we'll underline the whole number, which means this will be 4 kilograms. So the estimated weight of a light bowling ball is 4 kilograms. Continuing on to page 45, problem 2A says, Karim's family ate a total of 42.5 kilograms of rice in January and February. So together, it's 42.5 kilograms. Now, in this problem, they gave the bar model. So again, if there's no bar model given, we need to be familiar that since there's a January and there's a February, it's probably either a part whole or a compare bar model. Now, but the fact that it says his family ate 5.3 kilograms more rice in February than January shows that this will be a compare bar model. So let's start with January and February. More in Feb. And together, that's a total of 42.5 kilograms. Okay, and it says, this one right here is 5.3 kilograms. Okay, so the question is, how many kilograms of rice did Karim's family eat in February? So this is our question. Okay, so that the kids will see exactly what's happening, I'm going to redraw. So in the book, there's only one drawing. But the redraw of this would be to draw two equal lengths of February. So which means I'm going to take two of these. Which means if I take two of those, that new length would be 42.5 plus 5.3 kilograms. So again, if I take the 42.5 and add the 5.3, that's equivalent to having two of the bars. Okay, so that means this is now my question mark. So if I add those two together, that would be 47.8. Okay, but those two together amounts to the 47.8 divided by 2 is equal to question mark. So the problem has lead-on questions. However, we can't depend solely on the lead-on questions because other problems in the workbooks don't have those. So that's why it's best to really try to solve without looking at their lead-on questions. Okay, so which means this will be 47.2 divided by 2 should be 23.9 kilograms. Okay, now if calculators are allowed and we want to just show this in the order of operation model, this would have been 42.5 plus 5.3 divided by 2 equals question mark. So according to the book, they gave 2 units. So I'll just go through 2 units equals blank, blank, blank. So that means this would be 42.5 plus 5.3. Okay, together this is blank kilograms. So that's 47.8 kilograms. Then it says 1 unit equals blank, blank, and blank. So that means that would be 47.8 divided by 2, which again gives us 23.9 kilograms. So in February, Karim's family ate 23.9 kilograms. Now, if the question had been January, then that means the bar that you would have would be the January bar, which means instead of adding, we would have taken away 5.3. So the bar models are supposed to help the kids develop equations. So if they can't come up with the equations, they should start with the bar models. That concludes lesson 4 of chapter 9 and also concludes the chapter. See you in the next chapter.